Woo! What's going on, y'all? It's your boy 1PTA. I hope y'all are doing good. Another day, another facility with the legends of America. What's happening? Yo, I just witnessed something pretty cool. Just walking in the lobby of that facility. So, there's a patient in the wheelchair. It's a patient in the wheelchair sitting, chilling right at the front desk. You know, at the front desk, there's a couple people at the front desk. And she has a nice box in her hand, red coloring. And as you get closer, you can smell the aroma. As I get closer, because I'm on my way out the door. But as I got closer, I started smelling the aroma of a cheesesteak sub. Now, I don't know if you know what the aroma of a cheesesteak sub is like, but it is magical. It is magical, especially for a man who doesn't eat at work. I don't eat at work. I don't eat any lunch at work. I might eat a little breakfast before I leave the crib, but I don't eat any lunch at work. I only eat like one meal and a couple snacks a day. So on my way out, I know I'm getting ready to go home and eat dinner. So food is on my mind, but as I'm walking out, I smell this cheesesteak. The aroma was amazing. Now, there's also a lady walking out, a visitor who came to visit somebody else, walking out in front of me. And she asked the lady in the wheelchair, she's like, "Oh, what you got there?" And the lady in the wheelchair proceeds to say, "Oh, I got a cheesesteak." So the lady in front of me walking, she said, "Oh, did you get that through DoorDash?" She said, "Did somebody deliver it?" Because she knows she couldn't have gone and got it, because she's in a wheelchair and she's in the facility. So the lady in the wheelchair proceeds to say, "No, I didn't get it through DoorDash." But the receptionist at the desk, she said, let's say her name is Melissa. She said, "No, she got it through Melissa Dash." And the lady started laughing in the wheelchair. And then the lady in front of me say, "Oh, okay." So I put it together that this nice front desk lady went and got this cheesesteak sub for this patient. This is the type of stuff I tell y'all about that y'all don't know about, okay? See, everybody thinks that nursing homes are just bad places and just awful. Somebody left a comment in another video, nursing homes are awful places and they treat you bad. That's a misconception. A lot of times you'll have people who, like us, we kind of like become family to the people who stay long term. I have seen people run out and get groceries, run to Starbucks, run to Dunkin' Donuts, and lo and behold, this front desk lady, now mind you, she's a front desk lady. She doesn't have anything to do with patient care. She's not a nurse, she's not a CNA, not a therapist. She is not treating the patients, but she is nice enough and kind enough to befriend this patient who hangs out at the front desk. A lot of patients like to hang out at the front desk and talk to the receptionist, because they sitting there all day. So a lot of them, sit up there, chill, and talk to them. But she was nice enough to, on her lunch break, I would imagine, go out and get this lady a cheesesteak. You know how important a good cheesesteak is in a nursing home? You have no idea how important it is to have a good cheesesteak. Let me tell y'all something. If y'all are planning on starting a nursing home, it's a lucrative business. I'll keep it real with you. Very lucrative business model. And we're going to need more of them. All right? In the United States of America. I don't know where you're from. Shout out to all my overseas people. Shout out to you. But it's a very lucrative business. Now, the main thing, let me tell you how to succeed with your nursing home. In the video, I think I talked about a piece of equipment that you need for your gym. It's called a new step. All gyms should have a few new steps in them. They're a hit in nursing homes. But you know what one of the main things is if you want to succeed with your nursing home endeavor, with your nursing home venture? Food, man. Good food. Have I worked at some places with some good food? Yes, I have. Have I worked at some places with bad food? More than I would like to say. What I mean by that is I would like to say I've worked at more places with good food as opposed to bad food. But to be honest with you, I've worked at more places with bad food as opposed to good food. Now, if you are thinking about opening up a nursing home or have a nursing home, yo, just some good food. That's all you need. You need some good food. You need to make sure you have good kitchen staff and good food. And your nursing home will be a success. A success. Just based off the food. But this was nice of that lady to get this young lady a cheesesteak sub on her lunch break. That's what I be talking about, yo. Nurses ain't all doom and gloom, yo. You'll have friends. You'll get people to look out for you. You'll make new family members, man. It can be a nice place. A lot of these facilities are really, really nice for people in the late stages of life. Now, today's video, I'm going on a little tangent about hobbies. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's because I keep learning new hobbies that people have in these facilities. Well, today I learned a really, really nice hobby. A really nice hobby. I had a previous guy whose hobby was comic books. He had a comic book store, and his hobby, he was all into comic books. He knew all about Marvel and DC. He knew all about comic books. He had a whole store. He had precious comic books that were worth a lot to him. Worth a lot to him. And he had to close his store down, came into the nursing home, and he was so mad. And his children had to sell the business. He was so mad. He didn't want them to sell the business, but they had to. But he was mad about it. So you know what he used to do? He used to pass out comic books to the staff. He passed out a lot of comic books. He gave me a few. I don't know if I still got them. If I do have them, I'll put them in a picture of them. I don't think I got them, but he gave me about 8 comic books, all like nice and neatly wrapped in a nice plastic sleeve, like looked like they was brand new. But he was really passionate about comic books. Shout out to him. There'll be some interesting hobbies. Well, the guy I met today has a hobby of making little wood figurines. Like he carves wood. I met a lot of guys with wood shops, like in their garage. A lot of the old school guys are really big into making things out of wood, like furniture and stuff. But I have yet to meet anybody who makes wood statues or little figurines out of wood. Like, I'm gonna show you some of the pictures of them. These little things right here. Check out the precision in these little wood guys. Check out the precision. Look at this. Look at the detail. You got a guy with his hand in his pockets. You got a guy who's smoking on a pipe. What? Look at the dude with the suspenders. You check out the suspenders on this guy. We was asking him, he was like, yo, how long did it take you to make one of these? He was like, to make one of those little guys, it'll take him, like he carves them from a piece of wood, like a literal piece of wood. You know, like a little log. It said it'll take him about a week to make one. So he spends a lot of time just carving and making little wood figurines. I think that's a cool idea. And you know what he did? He got his family to bring a box of them in, because a lot of times occupational therapy will come up with ideas of things to do with patients. Like right now, one of the big things around this time of the year is hang Christmas bulbs, hang the ornaments on the Christmas tree. That's real common around this time of the year. They try to get them to do tasks, functional tasks that they can do, and try to make it fun for them. A lot of times it'll be a little cooking session, it'll be bake some cookies, stuff like that. Well, this occupational therapist came up with the idea to get the residents to paint these little figurines, to kind of work on their, fine motor skills, which is cool. Nice little activity. So she's gonna have patients paint this gentleman's little wood figurines. I thought that was a great idea. I tell you, y'all, it's some cool stuff that goes down in the nursing homes that y'all don't know about. And I'm here to share them with you. If you're new here, shout out to you, man. Shout out to the new subscribers, people coming through to check out the channel, man. I'm just a dude that has been working with the older population for the last 15 years in nursing home facilities, and decided to come up with a channel to kind of share some of the stuff that goes down in these facilities, whether it's good or bad, whether it's, funny or sad, good or bad, funny or sad. Just try to share some of the stories, some of the lessons that I learn on a regular basis to kind of help you, if you are thinking about what's life like as you get older, to try to give you a little peek into the window of what it looks like as you get older. Because everything ain't all doom and gloom, yo. There'd be some cool stuff going down in these facilities. So, I want to pose a question. I want to pose a question to the people who watch this channel, man. Obviously, you watch the channel because you're interested in some of this stuff, which is cool. You should be interested. You should be interested in the greatest generation. You should be interested in the Hall of Famers of America. You have a lot to learn from them. But my question to you is, what do you think your hobby is going to be later on in life? What do you think your hobby is going to be if you end up in a nursing home? And if you tell me, if you say I'm not going to end up in a nursing home, let me tell you something. I've worked with probably tens of thousands of people in 15 years, probably more, probably hundreds of thousands. Too many I can't even remember. And I've worked at so many facilities throughout the state of Delaware and the state of Maryland. A lot. I didn't even realize there was this many facilities, but I worked in a lot of them. I have never in my career met one person who thought for 1 second that they would end up in a nursing home. Not one. Not near one of them thought that they would end up in a nursing home, but they ended up in a nursing home. So I don't want nobody talking about, I'm not going to be in a nursing home. My kids ain't going to put me in a nursing home. They better not put me in a nursing home. Nah, that's not how it works. Because your kids, I don't care how many you got. I've met people with 10 kids. I've met millionaires with 10 children that ended up in a nursing home. You know why? Because nobody wants to change the diaper. Nobody wants to pick the millionaire up off the floor because they've fallen 20 times. Nobody wants to handle the stroke symptoms that the 70-year-old has. Nobody wants to change mom and dad's diaper when they're sitting in the wheelchair and they've pooped and the poop has squeezed and gushed everywhere. I'm sorry to be nasty, but I'm giving you some examples of why sometimes a nursing home is necessary, or a retirement home, or whatever you want to call it, skilled nursing facility. So don't start with I'm not going to end up in a nursing home. Nobody's going to put me. You might. I always envision myself in a nursing home. So my question today, what do you think your hobby is going to be when you get older? Let's take you out of nursing home, just in older age. What do you think your hobby is going to be? I had a nice discussion with my coworkers today about what their hobby is going to be. I got some interesting answers. One of my coworkers said she's going to do scrapbooking, which is cool, like putting pictures and like receipts from dinners, anniversary dinners. She's talking about train tickets and plane tickets and movie tickets that are memorable to her, and make a scrapbook of those memories. I think that's a good idea. I got one friend who's she likes to do design, home design and decor and interior design. She said if she ends up in a nursing home, she's gonna take on the role of designing the nursing home and having them do remodeling, and she's gonna make it so that they keep updating and keep with the trends and the seasonal changes. Like, she's gonna make it, because some of these facilities just keep the same decorations and stuff up for a long time. She's like, nope, that's gonna be my project, my hobby if I'm in a nursing home. I thought that was cool too. That's a lot of different ideas. You know what my hobby is going to be? My hobby is going to be this because I love it as a hobby, and that's photography. And I'm going to do a different type of photography. In nursing homes, I've met lots of photographers, but I've never met a photographer who actually still does it in the nursing home. Meaning, I've met photographers who were photographers back in the day when they were younger, when they were my age, and they'll show me nice pictures. I had a guy who got some pictures of Gladys Knight and a couple politicians. He got a picture of the president somewhere. I had a guy who got a really nice picture of Martin Luther King. I always see them, and I see a lot of their work, because they'll have albums, or it'll be on a computer, which is cool. But I always see them at a point where they don't do it anymore. So you know what my hobby is going to be? I'm going to be the nursing home photographer. That's what I'm going to be. I picture myself in a wheelchair at 78, 79. I don't plan on. I'm not gonna say I don't plan on. I'm just gonna say life expectancy is very low, so I'm giving myself a few extra years. But I picture myself in a wheelchair with a really, really, really nice camera. And I'm going to be taking pictures of the facility. I'm going to be out in the courtyard taking pictures of the flowers in the spring, of the leaves in the fall. I'm going to be getting the nurses and CNAs together. Get together, y'all. Let me get a nice picture of y'all, like a really nice picture, and send it to them. I'm going to be known as the nursing home photographer. When people come in, they're going to be like, we got a photographer down in room 213B. His name is Ivan. He'll take your picture for you. He just loves taking pictures. Not going to charge anybody anything. I'm not going to need money at that point. You're in a nursing home. You don't worry about money. I'm just going to take nice pictures. I'm going to make sure that whoever it is, my kids and my grandkids, make sure grandpa has a really nice camera. I'm talking about an expensive, nice camera, 120 megapixels, and a really nice laptop to edit photos on. That's all I need. That's all I need. I'm going to be a minimalist, so I'm going to have a couple pairs of shoes, 3 pairs of pants, 4 shirts, a camera, and a laptop. That's going to be all I need. I'm going to be the nursing home photographer. But I want you to think about it. What do you think your hobby is going to be later on in life if you end up in a nursing home? Just picture yourself, just for fun. I'm not putting you in a nursing home. Just for fun. Picture yourself in a nursing home. What do you think your hobbies are going to be? I got a lot of crocheters. I got a lot of people who knit. The adult coloring books. Got a lot of people who like to come out, go to bingo. A lot of people who like to, there's not much cooking left going on in a nursing home. They got to find other things. But yes, that's going to be my hobby. I'm going to be the nursing home photographer. You want your portraits taken, go down to room 213B, go see Ivan. He used to be a therapist. That's what they're going to say. He used to be a physical therapist assistant. Go see him, get your pictures taken. I'm going to have people bringing their families in, getting all dressed up like you're going to go get professional pictures taken. That's how good I'm going to be. We're going to go get some pictures taken. Where we going, Mom? We going to the nursing home. What? Yeah, they got a guy down in that nursing home who takes portraits, really nice pictures. That's going to be me. That's going to be my hobby. Because I love photography. So I pose the question to you if you're watching this. Shout out to you. What is going to be your hobby as you get older? Have you thought about it? It's an interesting thing to think about. All right, y'all. That's all I wanted to do, man. Just wanted to make a nice uplifting video. Give you something to think about. And shout out to the lady who went to get the cheesesteak, man. I thought that was pretty cool. It's the good deeds. Remember, I always tell y'all about good deeds, man. Do a little good deed for somebody, especially the older generation, man. You know how happy that lady was to be eating that cheesesteak? She was tearing it up too. Oh, man. But anyway, y'all, I appreciate y'all for coming through. Again, shout out if you're new here, man. I'm just a dude that likes to ride down the road and think about his day working with the older generation and share it with you. Share their stories and news going on in the nursing homes. All right, y'all. So I'm going to keep my eyes on the road, man. It's getting rainy out here. So y'all be cool, be safe. Make sure you respect your elders. And I will holler at y'all in the next video.